Black equals 29. Black. Firestorm is 123. 123 is firestorm. Nathan is 58. Nathan. He died in a firestorm. Black Saturday. Natural disaster, Saturday, 7th of February 2009. Black equals 29. Anne equals 29. Oh wow, this is crazy, this is bad. I think I know what's going to happen on Halloween. It's bushfires, firestorms, and it's Australia, not America. I was thinking hurricane in America. It's bushfires in Australia. On Halloween 2019. Kinglake West is 137. That's where Nathan died. Jake died in 1989. He didn't just die, he was abducted and murdered. 89. It's his 30th anniversary. It'll be 30 years since Jake was murdered in 4 days from today. Today's the 18th. 217. That's Jake's birthday. 17th of February, 89. He was born in 1978. Kinglake West, 137, the name of the town where Nathan lived and died. Nathan Breeze, the boy connected to Jacob Wetterling. Jake's the American boy, born on February 17. There's so much here. It's now 2 days since Steamboat geyser erupted. It's going to go off again, and I think it's going to go off on the 22nd, Jake's anniversary. And I think that eruption is going to be like a warning of what's going to happen on Halloween. It's a reflection. I call them mirror boys. They reflect, I guess. Not just in the way that I've meant, but in another way. Back and forth. 52. It's 8:52. Friday the 18th. 3 6 is 18. SIX equals 52. If you don't know what I mean, well, that's the last thing I put in. Equals 337. If you write SIX, it has a value of 52. So 6 is 52. Jake has a mirror boy in Australia. 6 is 52. 3 6 is 18. That's today, the 18th. I was talking about Rebecca, thinking Rebecca might be a tropical storm on Halloween. I can't see that happening. I just can't see there being that many storms in the Atlantic between now and Halloween. Like logically I can't. And hurricane, the word hurricane, symbol 86. Carl Jung equals 86. Symbol. Hurricane has the same value as bushfire. We are 13 days away from Halloween. Nathan died age 13. He died at Kinglake West. Kinglake West equals 137. Samuel Delaney, 137. (22nd). Jake was kidnapped and murdered on the 22nd of October. It's 2 days and 2 minutes since Steamboat's last eruption. Its last eruption reflected something really unbelievable. And the next one is going to as well. And I think that's going to be on the 22nd. The 22nd is a Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday. Nathan and Jake and Martin were all born on a Friday. Martin on Friday the 6th. That was a Sunday. Sunday the 6th of October. That's not Martin's birthday, because his birthday is in September. It's September 6th, and it was a Friday. Jake and Nathan were both born on Fridays as well. Jake on the 17th of February, and Nathan on the 24th of November. Both their birthdays are on Thursdays. Halloween is on a Thursday. And it was Martin who came to me in my dream on my birthday, and it was a dream where there had been a car crash, and there were lots of cars involved and lots of casualties. And he said, we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. Now, part of that dream has already come true, and it might be the whole thing. But then again, it might have some extra meaning connected to, well, it could be either of these Thursdays, or it could be Halloween, or it could be both. Well, it can't be this one, because it's already been. It could be either of these. But there was a lot of weird stuff happened yesterday, and Jake was born on the 17th. It was very windy here yesterday. Very windy and cold. Almost snowing. Jake's from the land of ice and snow, Minnesota. Nathan and Jake both born on a Friday. The 6th was a Friday. Martin was born on the 6th. Nathan was 13 when he died. The 13th and the 31st. Reflections. The name Jacob equals 31. Jacob, J-A-C-O-B, is 31. Where are we at now? No changes? No changes. 25. In other words, 2 days, 5 minutes since Steamboat last erupted. 5 5s are 25. World clock. That's where we are at right now. It's Friday. It's 8:57 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That is Friday the 18th. 8:57. Friday the 18th of October 2019. So Steamboat Geyser is in Wyoming, USA, and in the USA, Wyoming, it's 3:57 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So an eruption of Steamboat Geyser on the 22nd would make sense as a warning. But I'm not very good at guessing Steamboat, I've decided. 129. Holy crap. That's Aquarium Man. That's what I call the guy who tried to kill me when I was 13. Same age Nathan was when Nathan was killed by the firestorm. 13. Aquarium Man. 129, and black is 29. Anne is 29. The cyclone named Anne, the one I connected to bees because of Queen Bee Anne, she formed on the 11th of May. And that's why I said Melissa is going to form on the 11th of October. And she did. Friday the 11th. 11-year-old Jake, born on a Friday. Melissa did form on Friday, and she was the 13th named storm in the Atlantic. And she formed on a day of deadly fires on the Rampage in Southern California. Not only did she form on the 11th, but she formed out of a nor'easter, so she was a subtropical storm, and she formed out of a nor'easter, transitioned into subtropical storm Melissa at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday. ACE is accumulated cyclone energy. 117 is the value of the name Selwyn, Martin's real name. 11, Jake's age. 17, the date when he was born. Torture equals 117. The word torture. ACE equals 9. ACE equals 9. The average is 89 by October 11. The year Jake was taken, and he was 11 years old. He was taken in 89. So 117 is the value of the boy connected to Jake and Nathan, Selwyn. The value of his name, and that was the ACE value as of the 11th of October. Friday. Jake was born on a Friday. So was Nathan. 3 6s are 18. Today is 13 days before Halloween. Today is 13 days before Halloween. Nathan was 13. The 22nd is in between the 13th and the 31st. The 13th was Sunday. Jake was abducted on a Sunday. The anniversary falls on Tuesday in 2019. The 22nd is Tuesday. Back in 1989, it was Sunday. It was the same tropical cyclone name list in 1989 as 2019. It was also the same one in 2013, with a few changes, names that get retired. But it stopped at 11. The last one in 2013, I should say, was Karen. No more after that. This time, Lorenzo became a record-breaking Category 5 hurricane in the Atlantic. Lorenzo. The terrifying killer storm was Dorian, destroyer of the Bahamas. But Lorenzo was the king, the pharaoh if you will, because he was so far to the east. And he took the title from Hugo, and Hugo was the storm, the big Category 5 monster of 1989, and it made landfall exactly a month before Jake was abducted. Hugo made landfall on the 22nd of September, 1989, on a Friday. Hugo did hold the record as the hurricane that formed the furthest to the east as a Category 5. It was the easternmost Category 5 until Lorenzo in 2019. Martin, the boy whose name has a value of 117, Selwyn is his real name, 117. He guessed Lorenzo would be the worst storm back in 2013. It wasn't the worst storm back in 2013. He was a little one. But he peaked in strength on the 22nd of October. And Lorenzo O'Done, an American man who was a boy and had when he got a disease, a bad disease, and there was a movie made called Lorenzo's Oil. His father died on the 24th of October, 2013. The same day Lorenzo, the tropical storm, dissipated. Lorenzo O'Done's father died 6 years ago, in 2013. Lorenzo was the storm that Martin guessed, along with a lot of other kids, because I ran a hurricane guessing competition. Ace is 9. Black as the ace of spades. That boy is black as the ace of spades. Nathan's joke about himself after he died. (137) King Lake West. That boy is black as the ace of spades. Black is 29. Aquarium Man 129. I was 13. And it was the 6th of December, 1989. Jake saved my life. You were destined to die today, but I stopped it. Those were Jake's words. I didn't know who was talking to me back then, but that's more than 2 decades ago. In a dream. Halloween equals 95. Black as the ace of spades. That boy is black as the ace of spades. Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday. The 22nd is Tuesday. It's the 30th anniversary of Jake's abduction and murder in Minnesota. Eagle equals 30. Eagle. The Eagle boys, Jake and Nathan. The boy who saved my life was Jake, born on the 17th. 17 km/h wind right now in Adelaide. Survivor equals 144. 14.4 degrees. Survivor is 144. That's the value of the word. 144. I usually pay no attention to these two numbers down here, but Steamboat is 96. Steamboat. Kinglake West, Samuel Delaney. I gave the name Delaney to the twin in the story Red Rain. They don't have a surname. But the twins, identical twins, Daniel and Samuel, they perished in a hurricane. The hurricane's name? Ernesto. Ernesto has the same value as Steamboat. Top number, 96. Zombie Boy is 112. Twins. St. Joseph, where Jake's from, 112. Top number. And the bottom number. And like I said, Zombie Boy. Zombie Boy, 112. Dead is 14. There was something about, hey, Wetterling. Wetterling is 133. Western Park, 142. Western Park. Symbol, 86. It's the 30th anniversary of Jake's abduction, murder. Dead is 14. Jake was 11, he was born on the 17th. Western Park, 142. 2 dead boys. Dead is 14. 2 dead boys, Jake and Nathan. But they're not dead. They're just gone somewhere else. 13.3. 13 km/h wind in Melbourne. Nathan's from Kinglake West near Melbourne. Wetterling 133, Mirror Boy. Born in 1978. Melissa equals 78. Melissa is 78. Melissa means honeybee. October. The month that ends with Halloween is 78. It's a calculator that adds up numbers. A1, Z is 26 for that top number. Symbol, 30. It's 909. It's 909. It's Friday the 18th. 2 9s are 18. We're 13 days from Halloween. 13 km/h winds in Canberra, as well as Melbourne. Nathan's from near Melbourne. 13. 2 13-year-old boys. I was 13. Nathan was 13. If you write 13 out as a word, guess what? It's 99. And down the bottom, it's 13. 151, that's Holy Spirit. So, it's firestorms, I think. It just hit me tonight. It just hit me all at once. But I've had that sitting there, I keep seeing deadly fires up there. I've thought nothing about it. But you know, the next eruption of Steamboat Geyser will be number 73 in its current active phase. So I don't think it's about a hurricane on Halloween, which is rare. Sandy was on, well, close to Halloween. I think it's about firestorms. I said bushfire has the same value as Halloween, right? Same value as Huracan, actually. Not Halloween. Huracan. 88. Bushfire is the same. Hey, the number 124 was in there earlier. Do you remember? It was in the temperatures. I remember. 124, 12.4. Might have even been here. It might have been here. I think it was here. Either way. Miraboy is 133. Wetterling. 911. The emergency number. It's the one you call in America when there's an emergency. 22nd. Jake was kidnapped and murdered on the 22nd of October 1989. It's 30 years later. 30 is the value of Eagle. I've always called him the Eagle Boy since 2010, and the Storm Boy. Volcano Boy. Steamboat Boy. He's got a few names. Zombie Boy. And a few others. Tuesday the 22nd. Dynamic Boy. I sometimes say that. They're dynamic boys. 22nd. I was born on a Tuesday. Halloween was a Tuesday in 1989. The 22nd was a Sunday. Jake, Nathan and Martin were all born on Fridays, but Martin's birthday was on a Friday, September 6th, but the 6th of October was a Sunday. The 13th was a Sunday. Nathan was 13. It's now 9/13. 22 is in between. 13 and 31. A reflection of 13 is 31. The name Jacob equals 31. And the word age equals 13. Add them together, you get 44, which is hope. But it's also the value of Imelda. And she was a tropical storm that caused extensive flooding in Texas. 22. It's in the middle. And it's 9 days before Halloween. That boy is black as the ace of spades. That's what Nathan said. Sunday equals 84. Western Park, 142. Miraboy, Wetterling, 133. It's 4:14 in Wyoming. Dead equals 14. Dead. But they're not dead. They assure me, adamantly and passionately, that they are not dead. 14. 9 days before Halloween, Jake left this world. Halloween is when the veil between this world and their world is at its thinnest. It's a prophecy, and it's a reflection of horror. The horror abduction, the horror firestorms that Nathan died in, were on Black Saturday, 2009. And then there's the horror of what happened to the DJ in Singapore. That's where I got the word horror from. What they did to Yiming Yuan. Yiming is another name that has a value of 73. 73. Yiming, it's the 73rd major eruption of Steamboat Geyser that's coming. Yiming Yuan. Angel, 39. A reflection of the horror. I said the hurricane. Hurricane, horror inferno, horrifying. Cane is 23. Horror, Halloween horror. It's the Halloween horror. So let's search for Yiming Yuan. Horror. Yiming. His name. '73. Boy Martin equals 109, Jake was 11. Melissa formed on the 11th. Yiming. Boy Jacob. 73. 99. Angel equals 39. So 24 is Nathan's birthday, 24th of November. Barbaric. Barbaric, torture. Torture is 117, remember? Torture. We're not talking consensual, kinky stuff here. We're talking torture. Not just because it was against his free will, he was forced against his free will. Not just for that reason, but obviously that's horror enough. It's like he knew what they were going to do to him, demonize him as a drug trafficker and torture him. So he photoshopped himself with devil horns, as if deep down he knew, before it even happened. 20 years jail. I said, he's dreaming in red, because he's an angel, and he's been tortured. Tortured and imprisoned. That's the worst part. Imprisoned for 20 years, by the very people who tortured him. So when he's asleep, he sees the monsters. When he wakes up, he sees the monsters who tortured him. And he can't even express. Post-traumatic shock is horrifying on its own, but to be in prison while unable to express your feelings and they just give you drugs, that's hell on earth. If you want to know what hell is, that's what it is. That's why I said Halloween horror is coming. I thought it was a Halloween hurricane, but I kind of knew it wasn't. The whole time I was saying it, I was like, Halloween, I don't think so. Because hurricane seasons, yes, you still get storms, but there could be a storm. But the horror, I think it's the fires. Melissa on the 11th. Torture equals 117. 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. Ace equals 9. That boy is black as the ace of spades. Melissa means honeybee. And the one that led me to say Melissa was going to form on the 11th. Anne equals 29. Black. Black as the ace of spades. That boy is black as the ace of spades. Nathan's joke about himself, looking down at his remains. Black ashes. Bad Mirror Boy, 140. Dead is 14. But you add the 0, it's Bad Mirror Boy. Dead is 14. Fire is 38. Boy is 42. Dead and Bad Mirror Boy is 140. 6 is 156. If you write 6 3 times, it's 156 in the top. Wetterling, 133. Miraboy, 133. Born on a Sunday. No, Jake was born on Friday. He died on Sunday. 32. That's the number you get if you add up all the digits in Nathan's date of birth. 24/11/1995 adds up to 32. And 3 plus 2 is 5. Life path number 5. And Jake's is 8. 8 and 5. 5 and 8. 58 is Nathan. 58. Nathan. And what's the connection? Steamboat geezer. Nathan is 58. Steam is 58. And storm. Nathan died in a firestorm. But before I even knew about Nathan, I used to call Jake the Storm Boy. He's Mirror Boy, born on the 6th of the 9th. Storm and twins. Oh my god, twins is exactly the same as Storm. Exactly the same. On all 3 lines. That's crazy. That's the number of days between Nathan's birthday and Jake's birthday. 85. Storm twins. Mirror Boy. Wetterling. 133. Bad Mirror Boy. 140. See, Wetterling, Jake's surname, means weather child. Wetterling is 133. The same as Mirror Boy. 422. Jake abducted and murdered on the 22nd of October 1989. It was a Sunday. Sunday equals 84. The hurricane is 130. Nathan was 13. 13-year-old Nathan. From Kinglake West near Melbourne. Bad Mirror Boy. Mirror Boy, Sunday. It was a Sunday. But the anniversary is on Tuesday. Kane is 23. Kane. Hurricane or hurricane. The hurricane of Singapore. Singapore jail. Hell on earth. Hell on earth. It's a place on earth. It's not a place you need to worry about after you die. Hell is a place on earth. It's the only hell you need to worry about. Unless you torture people and deprive people of their free will. In which case, well, you've broken the highest laws of the universe. And then maybe you do have to worry. Maybe then you should worry. Punishment is 139. What did I do wrong? Those were Jake's words to Daniel, his kidnapper, back in 1989. What did I do wrong? Jake was handcuffed in the back seat of the car. It was no kinky game. It was no prank. It was deadly real life. Horror. A reflection of horror. Hurricane. Yiming Yuan. Steamboat equals 96. Steamboat Giza is 175. Hurricane Melissa is 175. Melissa was not a hurricane. She was a good bee with a warning of a different kind of pain. I would say worse. Much worse. Much, much worse. Jacob Owen Wetterling, 233. Jacob is 31. It is 4:25 in Wyoming. Friday, 18th of October 2019.